And we're recording.
Hello!
Bob is ready. Bob is ready for this record.
Sure.
Hi, everybody. It's Tim from Precarious Pixels. And with me, as always, my hetero life mate, Silent Bob.
That's true. I'm not going to talk tonight.
Yeah. You're not going to talk at all? You're going to make me do all the talking? All right. This has now become Jane the Virgin podcast.
Oh, you really want to talk about that show?
No.
No, you do.
No, we're going to talk about it eventually.
I mean, it might happen.
Maybe.
So, in case you guys are wondering, Tim is trying to convince me that Jane the Virgin is the best piece of television out there right now.
I didn't say that.
That's not, that's not quite what you were saying.
Yeah.
But
we all know what the best piece of television out there is.
Right now?
Yeah.
What's that?
Right now? Let's see. Cloak and Dagger.
Okay.
Or right now, yeah. Did you finish Luke Cage season 2?
Have I started Luke Cage season 2? Someday, after everybody else is done talking about it, I'll be able to talk about it.
Okay.
But first,
Yep.
the best television show up until May was Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, that guy messed that up for himself.
Yes, he did. Because a big old piece of crazy, and now they're going to replace him with Stifler.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
Stifler and Damon Wayans in the same show, and one of them is going to be serious. Stifler.
Really? I don't know.
I don't think Damon Wayans makes any jokes on that show other than, like, every once in a while he makes a silly dad joke to his kid.
Okay. He's not funny in that series at all?
Not really.
Okay. Was the Riggs part funny?
Yeah, I mean, like, he's Riggs, right? So he does wild and crazy things.
But his crazy things aren't always, like, funny.
No, not all of them. Like, it's a serious show with the bits of comedy.
Okay.
Just like Lethal Weapon, right? Like, I wouldn't classify those as comedies. Especially not the first one.
Oh, no.
By the fourth one, maybe more so.
Definitely. That was when they had Jet Li, Chris Rock was in it.
Yeah, Chris Rock.
No, I was saying Jet Li, comedic genius.
No, but I would say they went for more one-liners by the time the fourth one came around.
Yeah.
Even the second one.
Well, Joe Pesci was always funny.
Yeah, but that's just because he was an idiot.
Yeah. That's how they get you.
What's his name? Leo Getz. Whatever you need, Leo Getz. It's a terrible impression. Don't use that at your funerals.
Was that funny?
You wake the dead.
Am I funny? Do I amuse you?
Funny how?
Come on, tell me. How am I funny?
This is just people listening to us make Joe Pesci references for an entire podcast for both of the famous movies he's made.
Oh, more than that? The Two Utes. That's right.
Oh my god.
He was in a movie with Ralph Macchio and Spider-Man's mom.
Spider-Man's mom.
Marissa Tomei.
I love that you're going to say Spider-Man's mom.
Oh, Aunt May. That's right. I totally forgot.
Tim, comic book genius.
Well, wait. let's just face it. That is Spider-Man's mom.
That's not Spider-Man's mom.
Maybe not in the family sense, but in the actual sense, that is his mom.
Do you know why I'm in an assault rifle right now?
No.
Because I'm triggered by the fact that you just said that Aunt May is Spider-Man's mom.
It's pretty much his mom.
It's not his mom. If anything, it's his grandmother.
No.
Not in this series, but in all the other ones, it's essentially been the grandmother.
Pretty much.
Right. Not the mom.
But she raised him. It's like
your grandmother would if your parents died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
not a mom.
Also like a mom would. Just saying.
Okay, whatever. Like a mom would if your parents died.
Didn't know his mom and dad that well.
You know what? Fair enough.
Didn't know they were SHIELD agents.
I'm not even with you.
Oh, that was some ridiculous canon they threw in there.
Marissa Tomei, right?
Yes. And My Cousin Vinny. She won an Oscar for that movie.
I know.
Yeah, good movie.
She shouldn't have.
She should have. It's a great movie.
But that was not an Oscar-winning role.
It apparently was an Oscar-winning role.
Apparently, the Oscars or the Academy was wrong.
No, they're never wrong.
Really, the Academy Award
goes to.
Didn't they make a mistake last year and they
Moonlight.
accidentally gave it to the wrong thing?
No, that was I think 2 years ago now. But for
no, it was last year.
I thought it was what won Best Picture?
Didn't they give it to like? Oh, you're right. It was 2 years ago.
Because
they accidentally announced the Ryan Gosling thing, right? Was it the Singing and Dancing movie?
Yeah, it was the
La La Land.
Yeah.
But it went to Moonlight.
Yeah, it went to Moonlight, which is a great movie and a very sad movie, but a great movie.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? You should see it.
I don't see movies people tell me I should see.
Okay, don't see it. I don't care.
No, I might
Speaking of movies that you have seen, we'll jump right into this. You went and saw Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson beat up an entire building.
Yep.
It's pretty much like they're like, well, what's bigger than The Rock? There's no actor that can stand toe to toe with him. So we'll drop a building on him and come. That's what Skyscraper is about, right? He fights an entire building that's trying to kill him.
He does.
And the Chinese triad.
Yeah, and the Chinese triads, who they call them the mafia, the Chinese mafia. They don't call them triads.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure triads were producing this movie.
Okay. Not that odd. Jackie Chan has a lot of movies that are produced by triads.
I believe it.
There are good triads and bad triads.
No, that's Yakuza.
No.
The triads are all bad.
No.
Rest in peace, Bob.
And then Bob never came back.
It's like that movie Push. I think that movie was made by the triads too.
With Captain America?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
I believe it.
No.
There's no reason that movie exists unless it was used a lot of money.
No. Dakota Fanning.
Who?
No, I'm just saying that movie was a ridiculous movie.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the triad.
No triad will be associated with that movie. That's what I'm saying.
Are you saying the triads have better taste in film than
Yes.
most other producers?
Yes.
I believe it.
I would trust them over most producers.
I would trust the triads. Can we please start titling our podcast episodes, and can that be the name of this one?
Trust the triads?
I would
Not
trust the triads.
in a million years. But I'm kidding. But Skyscraper.
Yep.
So fill me in.
Dwayne Johnson ends up in a position where his family is stuck in a building that he's supposed to secure. It's the tallest building on the planet. They make sure to show you that with cool, like, high-tech, super cut nonsense at the beginning where these clips are all going. And it's right after you've seen this really dark scene, the one where The Rock loses his foot.
Oh, man. How does he lose his foot, by the way?
A hostage situation.
Was he a cop?
He was Navy SEAL.
Oh, okay.
Operating on American territory,
Okay.
I think.
All right.
They don't really say directly.
All right.
But I believe he goes to a naval hospital.
Yeah.
In Montana.
All right.
I think it was Montana. I don't think there's a naval hospital in Montana.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's actually water in Montana.
There is water in
It's
Montana.
a lot of cowboys.
Sure.
It's weird. I'm actually going to have to look into whether or not there's a naval hospital in Montana.
There probably could be.
There could be, but why would there be? Right?
An expensive land.
The big one is known for being in Baltimore, which
Right.
makes sense because water.
Right.
I'm going to have to look into this.
I don't know.
I feel like there's probably a veterans hospital,
Maybe.
but I don't know if there'd be a naval hospital in Montana. If you guys feel like commenting in the video, letting me know what the naval hospital is, I'm curious. I could easily look it up myself, but we're talking.
But The Rock.
Anyway, The Rock, he ends up in a situation where this is very important because it's going to come back at the end of the movie, Tim.
Okay.
This guy, he has his family held hostage.
Right.
For, like, whatever reason, it doesn't say.
Right.
And The Rock and his crew breach the wall, catch him off guard.
Okay.
Guys turned facing the stove. And he turns back and he's got his one daughter in his hands.
Okay.
He's like, just put the kid down. It's over for you. Like, he's holding the kid against his chest.
Right.
Rock's like, put the kid down. It's over. You know, we've got everything under control. Lower the gun.
Okay.
Guy lowers the gun, turns back around, sets the kid down, turns back around again. He's got the whatever it's called, like the dead man switch in his hand, and a bomb strapped to his chest. And he just lets it off. And that, my friend, is how The Rock loses a foot.
Wow.
Yeah. Because running towards this dude, Rock first, somehow the bomb goes off and severs his right leg?
I don't know.
I think it's his right. Might be his left. It's
Okay.
one of his two legs from like just below the knee down.
Okay.
And then Scream, Nev Campbell shows up.
That's right.
And
Who plays his wife?
Well, also his doctor.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. I didn't know his wife. I didn't know it was his wife. I never saw a trailer for Skyscraper. I only saw the poster.
Right.
And then like the Facebook memes of the poster where people were like, this is how he would die.
Okay.
He's jumping from this thing.
Right.
Which does happen in the film. He does jump from that thing.
He jumps from a crane?
He does. He climbs that crane. He climbs... Let me just tell you this, Tim. He climbs over 100 stories on the side of that crane.
Wow.
Because the elevator's locked. The Rock.
Yeah.
The world's biggest monstrosity. Rockzilla, we'll call him.
Right.
Doesn't break the chain. Instead chooses to climb 100 stories with 1 foot.
Okay.
And then jump from the crane into a burning building because that's how much he cares about whatever her name is, not Gail Weathers, but the other character for Scream.
Nev Campbell.
Yeah, but she had a name in Scream.
Sydney.
Sydney Bristow.
Yeah.
No, Sydney Bristow is Alias.
Right.
Sydney...
I forget.
I don't know.
She doesn't really have a...
Skeet Ulrich would know.
That's right.
He'd be like, this is when I was famous. Before that ice cream truck bomb movie with Cuba Gooding.
Oh, wow. But, so that's the mafia has taken over the building.
They've taken over the building because they want something from the guy who owns the building.
And it's not Bear Bonds, so it's not Die Hard.
It's not Die Hard, but they set fire to the building. This is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
They set fire to the building with its sprinkler system. They don't fill it with gas. They put down this stuff.
Okay.
And I kid you not, this is in China. This whole movie takes place in China.
Okay.
Put down this chemical all over the floor, and they're like spraying it on floor 96, which the building's like 220 stories or something.
Mm-hmm.
And on the side of the stuff that they're spraying, it says flammable with water.
Oh, it's that's an actual thing.
I'm sure it's a thing.
What is it, Roman fire or something? I
Oh, it's green.
Yeah, no, it's like an actual thing. Like the more water you throw on it, it's like a certain chemical that once it's caught fire, if you try to throw water on it, it actually causes it to like burn hotter and so forth.
But do you know what they do right after they set this fire?
What?
They shut off the sprinkler system. Like they set the fire and then shut down all of the fire control systems.
Well, now that makes no sense to me because if...
Right, they could have just lit a match.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered.
Right, they could have just shut down the fire control systems and lit a match. But instead they're hauling all these chemicals. But all they really needed was a flare.
Wow.
Yeah, not even a piece of flare, just a flare. And maybe some petroleum.
Wow.
Anyway, they bust through a wall. I don't even know why.
Because it was in their way.
And the leader, it doesn't matter. Point is,
okay.
The movie's dumb, but it's a lot of fun. The Rock hits somebody a lot.
Okay.
Hits a lot of people a lot. Chases after people with an axe, but never uses it effectively.
Okay.
I was very disappointed. I've never seen The Rock fight somebody with an axe. I really would have liked this movie to have that R-rated moment.
He didn't fight anybody with an axe in Scorpion King?
It's not the same.
That's true.
It's not the same. Like, that's axe battling. Like, the other guy stands a chance fighting The Rock with an axe.
Okay.
But these are like they're terrorists and they have guns. Well, they're mafia and they have guns. They have guns. And The Rock is chasing them with one leg and an axe, and you expect some full like R-rated damage.
Right.
And it's nothing. I don't think anybody even loses a limb other than The Rock.
Well, just at the beginning. Oh, and spoilers, by the way, for this entire movie.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil the super end, but let's just say there is an homage to Enter the Dragon.
Oh wow!
Involving mirrors, and I would also say Man with the Golden Gun-esque.
Okay. So there was a floor that was a mirror floor.
It's projectors on screens that are like glass screen. Well, he calls the dude at the beginning of the movie calls it. He says to The Rock, "Welcome to heaven," and makes all of the screens that are projecting this circular room, like this globe, look like The Rock is standing over nothing except for the city.
Oh wow!
That's how high tech this building is.
Wow!
I call it green screen.
Yes, that's what it is. I call it. Why would you even need that?
But it's really weird because they're projecting all this stuff on these other screens, but The Rock still has a shadow, and I don't understand that because it's like, you know what? It doesn't matter. The Rock has to have a shadow because otherwise you think there's nothing underneath him.
Right. It would be like he's floating.
But there's no reason for him to have a shadow because it's like an LCD screen.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it. It's very upsetting for me on a personal, emotional level.
But he would still be wouldn't he be getting light from the room?
No, because the screen that's underneath him.
Oh yeah, that's
what I'm
true.
saying is underneath him is an LCD screen too.
Okay.
And somehow he causes a shadow just in front of him. Even if it was projectors above him.
Right, it wouldn't work that way.
The shadow is not underneath his feet.
Right.
And that's the thing that gets me.
Yeah.
Underneath his feet, perfectly fine. That's the city.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a shadow in front of him. For what reason? I don't know. And the guy just walks out of the room. Welcome to heaven. And then walks out of the room. Door shut behind him. The Rock's stuck there thinking he's going to fall. He's not going to fall. You're going to be fine, Rocky. Where's your wolf with wings?
Oh, man. Rampage.
Anyway, so that's Skyscraper. I recommend it if you don't want to think about a movie. Because the more I've thought about it just talking with Tim tonight, the more stupid it is.
I think it's... it definitely doesn't sound like Die Hard.
No, it's not Die Hard.
Because Hans Gruber didn't show up. And nobody said shoot the glass. Did anybody say shoot the glass?
No, and I don't think anybody's barefoot at all.
Well, except for The Rock.
No, he's bare below the knee.
Yeah, he's barefoot. He only has one.
He's sans foot.
Yeah? He already lost his foot.
One of his kids has asthma because the one kid always has asthma.
Okay.
That's important. Not really.
Does it save them?
No. Not at all. As a matter of fact, it's more an inconvenience. Grow out of it, kid.
No, that's not how it works.
Let me get some steroids. I don't know anybody in this movie that probably ever took a steroid. Nev Campbell, looking at you, Scream.
That's right.
No reason you survived that many stab wounds.
All right.
So there's that.
So Skyscraper, you would recommend it?
Yes, just don't think.
Just don't think. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So this week is San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes.
International.
Is that what they call it now?
I think so. It was always an international show. I mean, people come from all over the world to go to there.
Yeah, Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. A lot of stuff's going on. A lot of stuff. But what won't be there will be no Star Wars announcements. There will be no MCU announcements. Now, Marvel TV is probably going to be there. Probably I imagine the animation studios,
Why?
What?
Why aren't they going to be there?
What?
Like, why is that just because of D23?
It is because of D23. Because they're saving, that is going to be like their big announcement for what the next Avengers movie is going to be called. They're probably going to have the announcement for the Black Widow movie. They're probably going to have the announcement for Phase 4.
Doctor Strange 2?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I think he's probably going to be a guest in like other people's movies. He'll probably show up in a few Avengers movies.
Why? Is it because of that Grinch money?
Yes, it is the Grinch money. Scott Mosier pays so much to do voiceovers in his movies.
No, I mean he's the Grinch, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure Steve Carell made that bank off Despicable Me.
Oh, he's still making that bank.
That's what I mean. So I'm sure Sherlock will make a ton of money for the Grinch.
Yeah.
With an American accent.
Because you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Why can't he be British Grinch?
I don't know.
Grinch.
I have no idea.
Google it.
But,
Hashtag bring back the accent 2018.
He has the American accent in Doctor Strange too.
Does he?
He does. That's not his accent.
Does he act like a pompous jerk?
Yeah.
Then he's British.
No. I'm sorry.
Not the way it
he's
works.
not British at all.
Pretty sure it's the way it works.
I've heard him in Sherlock.
What does he act like in Sherlock?
He's very British.
But he acts like a pompous jerk.
Sociopath.
So he's British.
He's a sociopath.
Yeah. So he's British.
No.
Have you ever met a British person that's not a sociopath? Who?
Tons of them.
Name one.
Let's see. I met... No, he's not British.
Yep. See where I'm going with this? Not a British person out there that's not a sociopath.
That is not true at all. You're making blanket statements.
It's the cloudy weather.
Who hurt you? Come on. Who hurt you?
Alright. I don't know. I don't know who hurt me. I'm trying to think of a British name that's not a jerk.
Was it Jon Snow?
Guys.
Was it Kit Harington?
Yes. Kit Harington hurt me in Silent Hill 2.
Oh, was it, I was going to say, is it Khaleesi? Did Khaleesi hurt you?
She's not British.
She's so British.
No.
Major British. She takes that wig off. She's super Brit.
No. When she takes that wig off, she doesn't look like herself.
Was it Laura Croft that hurt you?
Is it weird that she never looks normal when she's not blonde?
I've seen her in movies when she's not blonde. She
doesn't look like her.
Well, that's because you were mainly exposed to her with, I
think that's the only time that happened. Because Scarlett Johansson, to me, looks like Scarlett Johansson no matter what color her hair is.
Yeah.
Right? The same thing with Jennifer Lawrence. But because I've seen her play blonde and brunette, right?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of different actors and actresses play roles in different parts where they've had different color hair.
Okay.
But she doesn't look like herself unless she's blonde. And that's weird. Because I saw her in Terminator and I didn't recognize her till like the very end.
Yeah.
And
I think she was really... Did they wait a while to release that movie?
No.
Okay.
She just looked younger because she didn't look blonde. And for some reason naked, although she was naked in that movie, but it was CG.
Yeah, which movie? In Terminator she got naked?
Yeah, but it they CG and blur stuff, and
Okay.
Sure.
Why was she naked in it?
Because she's going through the time portal and you can't wear clothes, remember?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It's such a bad movie. Hey, ruin that movie for us before it comes out by showing who the Terminator is.
On the poster.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was a good job.
Well, it wasn't just the poster, it was the trailer.
The trailer had it too, but I was just like also... I don't know.
Also, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Salvation was actually pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
But Genesis wasn't.
Sure.
So, how about you get with the program and admit that the Christian Bale one was decent?
It was... I like that one, actually.
I'm talking to America.
Okay.
McG knows how to make a good movie. I think is what we're trying to say.
Sure.
Charlie's Angels, McG.
Yes.
Also responsible for Supernatural.
Supernatural McG.
Yeah.
Also, what was that Netflix movie? The Babysitter?
That sounds like something you'd do.
It's really... I think it's called The Babysitter.
No, it is. I know the movie.
Did you watch it?
No, but somebody told me the whole plot. And
I think it has the Supernatural car in it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But it was... I actually like that movie. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Just weird, but fun.
What you're saying, he's a good director, and that's the best Terminator movie.
Yeah. Did he do Red Dragon? No.
No, that was oh my god.
I know it's
I'm gonna blank.
I can't think of he did the X-Men movie too, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of that.
Now he's not allowed to make movies anymore. because he was a big old jerk. Brett Ratner.
Brett Ratner.
Yeah, he was one of those guys who got caught up in the Me Too scandals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is no good.
So good luck with Rush Hour 4, Brett Ratner.
Well, maybe he's not going to be on it anymore.
I guess not.
Yeah.
I guess neither is Jackie Chan.
Why?
I don't know, because they haven't made it yet.
No.
No.
Chris Tucker is just sitting in a room waiting. It's like that. They're going to call me. They're going to call me.
That's what turned him into his character from Silver Linings Playbook,
which is a great movie.
So,
yes.
San Diego Comic-Con.
San Diego Comic-Con. Let's talk about some stuff that's actually going to be there.
Tangent.
As we always do. So, like we said, they're waiting for D23 to make their big announcements and stuff. But people that will be making announcements, I'm sure they're going to have footage for the new Wonder Woman 84, whatever that's going to be. I'm sure that they're going to do Aquaman, which Bob is skeptic about.
It's going to be terrible.
And Shazam, I'm sure they're going to have some stuff.
Is The Rock in that one?
Yes.
Then it'll be good.
It will be good.
So what we're saying is The Rock will make good movies no matter what.
No matter what.
Has he ever made a bad movie?
I can't think of anything right now.
That's right.
What was the... No, that's not him.
I haven't seen the Tooth Fairy.
Okay, so he's made some bad movies.
No, I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
Yes, and that's exactly why it's probably a bad movie. Nobody was like, oh, go see the Tooth Fairy.
It's a kid's movie, dude.
Kids' movies can be good. So was Moana, and I saw that movie.
No, that's different. It's Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that. It was a good movie.
Yeah, Moana.
So The Rock's never made a bad movie, I think, that we've seen.
That we've seen.
Like, Be Cool, when he first started out, he was great in that movie.
Mm-hmm. I've not watched The Ballers, but Ballers is supposed to be good.
It's a show, yeah. Yeah. If you've seen a bad movie with The Rock in it, feel free to let us know. Leave it in the comments.
I can't really think of any, because he's... I mean, some people said Scorpion King was bad, but I disagree with that.
The CG was bad in Mummy Returns.
Well, that wasn't even him.
But that's not his fault.
I don't know what they were doing. I don't even know what they were thinking in that movie. I was like, why wouldn't you just get the real Rock and not make him an actual scorpion and just get the Rock as like a person that they're fighting? Like that whole sequence made no sense to me. I was like, why make him like a weird CG monster? Just get the actual Rock, who's a giant monster unto himself. I
mean, that's a really dumb mistake.
Yeah. And it has probably some of the worst CG, which is strange because the first one had amazing CG too.
Yeah, that's like what it's known for. It's like it's a good action movie called The Mummy, which sadly will never happen again.
Yeah.
And yeah, great CG.
Mm-hmm.
G.I. Joe maybe. That might be but even that wasn't bad.
Well, the G.I. Joe that he was in was not bad.
Right.
The other one was. The first one, but he wasn't in that one.
No, but I mean just his being associated.
Well, the other G.I. Joe was a lot more fun.
Oh, man. I don't think he's made a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't think about certain ones... If you think about certain ones too hard, let's rephrase that. They could be bad.
Well, then, he does... I mean, the action movies that he does are... I mean, not very plot-heavy sometimes.
I got it. Southland Tales.
Some people can argue that was actually a good movie.
Yeah, but they'd have to argue pretty darn hard.
I don't know. It's got Sarah Michelle Gellar's in that. What's his name?
He was on an episode of Star Trek Voyager.
The Rock was?
Yeah.
As what?
As probably an alien. That seems like something he'd be. I don't know. I scrolled past it.
It could be.
Oh my god, he's in so many WWE things. I'm gonna get an aneurysm here. Hold on.
Well, all right. We're going on tangents, but let's quickly talk about.
Yeah.
So DC, they'll be announcing. I'm sure they're gonna have footage from Wonder Woman 84.
The Champion.
The Champion.
The character named The Champion. I assume it's an alien who fights people.
Sure.
It was back when he was wrestling still.
Yeah, could be. Probably same. Like Paramount and stuff, I think was producing at the time.
It was on an episode of Hannah Montana. That's an insult right there. Oh, Planet 51. That was probably bad.
But that was a CG movie, right?
Yeah.
Tyler Perry makes money.
I know, but...
Alright.
Oh, there it is. You again. You haven't... you don't even remember, but it has Jamie Lee Curtis and Betty White in it. And Veronica Mars.
Well, it sounds great so far. Is it one where they switch bodies?
No, it's like...
Oh, it's like the high school mean girl is getting married or something like that.
I don't know, I haven't seen it.
I think I kind of remember the trailer.
It strikes me as a movie you've seen.
I haven't seen it, but I remember the trailer because I was like, oh, I like Kristen Bell. But I don't think it's quite...
Her name's Veronica Mars, Tim.
It will always be Veronica Mars.
Yeah. Veronica Mars or Anna.
Yeah. Let it go. Go build a snowman.
Do you want to?
Do you want to?
Oh my god. When are you going to see Deadpool so I can talk about that one joke from Deadpool?
I am waiting. I have not found it online yet. Or...
Wow.
I saw Avengers 4 again.
It's Avengers 3.
3. I keep doing it.
Because Civil War is an Avengers film.
It really kind of throws you off. But yeah, I saw Infinity War again. But I will get to Deadpool 2. I kind of want to. I really want to see it. But
All the DC stuff.
So the DC stuff at San Diego. I'm sure
they need the publicity.
Yeah. Wonder Woman, the 84. I imagine they'll actually have the title.
Who's in it?
Everybody.
No, just her. But who's in it aside from her?
What's his name? Chris Pine. We talked about this.
Is he 80?
Yeah, 84.
But is he 80?
No.
What?
You haven't seen the shots of him in the fanny pack in the middle of the mall in the tracksuit?
How is he in it?
We don't. That's the thing. Nobody knows. Now, some people kind of think that it's either it's going to be a weird time travel movie, or that it's the Martian Manhunter.
And he's just pretending to be Chris Pine?
Yeah.
Because of all people, he wouldn't... Does he read minds?
Yes.
Okay, so that makes sense.
So he could be impersonating, person that she loved the most or whatever. I don't know.
You mean Bruce Wayne?
Nobody really knows. I'm betting... Well, she hasn't met Bruce Wayne yet.
Hasn't she?
84. No,
she is the person who killed Bruce Wayne's parents.
Oh, that would be amazing.
The big twist this is when she kills Bruce Wayne's parents in 1984.
By accident.
No, intentionally.
Oh, intentionally? So he becomes Batman?
She's like, we need a hero 33 years from now to save us from stupid aliens that make no sense in Russia where a bomb's going off.
Yes. From a CG character that looks like it's out of a video game. But worse
than he's out of a
worse than a video game.
Because a video game character would have motivations.
Yes. Ugh.
Named after a band.
Also, Steppenwolf? Actually, it was...
I know.
Yeah. A little bit before then.
Don't take me on a magic carpet ride with the truth.
Speaking of which, Zack Snyder has been... he's not dead. He's actually been seen at San Diego Comic-Con this year.
Oh, he's going to be there?
He's going to be there.
If you were Zack Snyder...
Yes.
This is a bit we can do on here for a minute.
Sure.
If you were Zack Snyder...
I am Zack Snyder.
In the emotional place that you're at right now...
Yeah.
Would you want to talk to the fans?
I think that they...
he's had a tough couple of years.
He has. And they've expressed, I think support of him. And people want his cut. They want the Justice League cut that would have been his cut.
The worst cut?
I don't know. People said there was more, Green Lantern was supposed to be in it. There was a whole thing with that.
It's destroyed in 5 seconds.
What? No, but I mean, the actual, Green Lanterns were supposed to show up. There was a whole, other, storyline. There's a lot of stuff that was cut out.
I feel like this is fanfic.
No. They had the script, and they showed the original stuff before it was cut, and they had some cinematics from it. The storyboards, the animatics and stuff. So there is probably a cut that is different than what was actually released in theater.
Different. It probably has no comedy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the name Martha is involved.
How do you know that name? But maybe they're gonna announce that. Maybe they're gonna be like, "Hey, we're finally gonna release, my cut of the movie." Blah blah blah. Or I'm gonna direct Justice League 2.
I don't think he'll be put in charge of it. I don't think they'll put him in charge of that.
Or they haven't announced who the Man of Steel 2 director is gonna be yet.
God no, they wouldn't do it. He might be there for something completely. Wait, aren't they making a Watchmen TV series?
They are.
They could put him in charge of that because Watchmen was successful.
Well, yes, but this new Watchmen series is going to be a modern day series.
So it was successful, and he could be involved.
But he could be involved with that. He might be producing that or something. He might be there for that too. But
303.
Or actually, there is the Xerxes movie or Xerxes book that Frank Miller's doing.
Great.
Xerxes versus Alexander.
Just what I wanted to see.
Versus Alexander the Great, which makes no sense in history.
More giant, almost naked men.
Yeah, and Alexander the Great. We don't know what he's there for. He could be there just because, hey, I love this stuff. I'm just here to hang out. Right.
I mean, maybe he's making Dawn of the Dead too.
It could be.
That would be good. That would be a good choice.
I can see that.
Or just doing something different, right? His best stuff is stuff that's not based on anything else.
That's true, except for Sucker Punch.
That movie's amazing. You watch it again and think.
I have watched it.
Were you thinking?
No.
That's the problem.
No, because it shut off my brain.
If you think about the movie and what's going on with it,
it makes
no
sense.
It's like Shrek, all right? Let me break it down for you.
Oh, you can break it down like Shrek because that's a good movie.
It has layers.
It has no layers. Everything is on the surface and everything is just way over the top. I congratulate it on its over the topness because, man, does he go for it because it holds nothing back.
That movie's brilliant.
Go for it. Giant samurai robots.
That's right.
Girls in mini skirts and all that craziness.
It's an anime movie.
And they're in a psych hospital, but they're also in a burlesque show. And
They imagine they're in a burlesque show because that's better than the psych ward.
Right, which then, at the burlesque show, they imagine that they're fighting.
Because at least there they can be heard.
Oh,
that's the point.
So awful.
Layers.
No.
Think about all the famous...
I wanted John Hamm to give me a lobotomy by the end of it.
John Hamm came out of this movie.
No, he was something before this movie.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't. He was like season 1 of Mad Men. He was nothing.
He was everything.
Look at...
Don Draper was already there, sir.
Fine. We'll say that that's not true.
Okay.
And I'm wrong about that one.
All right.
Poe Dameron came out of that movie.
It's true. He was there.
Right. That was I think his breakout role.
Not really.
Yeah. What else was he in that made him so famous? That he was Poe Dameron now. And look at the last few years. He's been in everything.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. He's like Josh Brolin of 2 years ago.
Josh Brolin was actually in movies.
But I'm saying Josh Brolin is in everything this year.
Yeah, yes. He is in a lot of stuff.
Oscar Isaac is his name?
Yes, Oscar Isaac.
Was in everything 2 years ago. He was in everything. Star Wars, X-Men, everything.
Oh, don't
movie,
bring up X-Men.
Like the most violent year that won all those awards. He was in that.
Yeah.
He was playing all sorts of different roles because he's a brilliant actor, because he learned to act on the set of Sucker Punch from the genius that is Zack Snyder.
Sure is. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Oh, I said
that's okay.
It got out there.
It's sure. But
it's 2016, the year of the Isaac.
Oh man. He's had a good year.
2 years ago he did.
But here's the thing. We don't know why Zack Snyder's there.
He's there announcing.
Could be announcing
Sucker
he's gonna
Punch
make.
2.
He could be making his own Batman movie. He could make The Dark Knight.
Maybe he's the guy doing the Joker film.
No, I think they have a guy for that already.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Well, not acting as the Joker, but it's I forget the guy's name who's actually making it. But he's
Paul Thomas Anderson.
I don't know.
Magnolia Joker.
I don't know.
Mag Joker, yeah.
Sure. But so that'll be announced, I'm sure.
There will be jokes.
Yes. I'm sure they're going to talk about. Who knows? Joaquin Phoenix could even be there talking about how he's
whispering.
Whispering as the Joker.
There you go.
I hope he keeps his beard. I hope they just paint over his beard.
I've always wanted to make a Joker film and get stabbed by Adrian Brody.
Speak up, Joaquin Phoenix.
That's what he does. That's his role.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. And of course, they're gonna so Wonder Woman 84, the Aquaman movie, the Bob can't wait for.
That's gonna be awful.
He
Except
loves
for the
it.
fact that Dolph Lundgren's in it, so it's got a chance.
Yeah, that's right. Could be. I think he's probably playing Aquaman's father. Maybe. I don't know.
Dolph Lundgren is the hero of the film.
Ivan Draga is gonna save the movie.
He's been a good character before.
Sure.
Right. He's been a good guy.
Expendables?
Yeah, he's a good guy in that.
Yeah.
He doesn't betray them, does he?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I know there's a knife fight with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Stallone in one of them. And Chuck Norris shows up and almost ruins the second one because of the stupid meme.
Oh. Let it go.
Terrible movie.
But, so that one, Shazam, which will have The Rock in it.
Yep. And Shaquille O'Neal and a jukebox.
Why Shaquille?
Boombox, I'm sorry.
Why?
Shazam.
Oh. Kazam.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shazam is the one that everybody remembers with Sinbad.
That's right.
It's not real.
No.
That's a true Mandela effect thing. You should look it up.
What?
People remember a movie with Sinbad called Shazam that was never made, where he was a genie.
Really?
Yeah. For some reason, that's a Mandela effect thing.
Oh, that's a weird. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Look it up.
All right.
Shazam. Sinbad. Genie.
Sure.
Mandela effect. One day we'll go into the Mandela effect on here.
We will talk about
Bob
that.
is a crazy man.
Yes. But so they'll probably announce some other. I'm sure they're gonna probably.
They're gonna have to show off all their new garbage shows. The Teen Titans thing, the
live
action. They're
well,
gonna have to.
That's more of the. I'm sure they're going to be promoting their app, their huge streaming app.
Gonna get canned 5 minutes in.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'll be able to watch Smallville with Amy Adams episode. Apparently,
yes, you will.
Because I know you love Smallville.
I do.
It's the best bit of television since Jane the Virgin.
I'm actually more excited about watching the animated series Batman, the original one.
And I got them all on DVD.
Yeah.
But
now you have them wherever you want to go. Plus all the DC movies they've done, all the episodes of Justice League they've done.
It's 3 good movies. First off,
which ones?
4 if you count Catwoman.
Oh, I was like Catwoman. I don't remember that animated movie.
Which good DC movies?
Tons of them.
Batman '89.
Okay.
Batman Begins.
Okay.
Dark Knight.
Superman. 1978.
Okay, fine, 4.
And the Richard Donner version.
That's 2, right?
Yeah.
2 is the Richard Donner one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there you go. 5 good movies.
And the one with Richard Pryor.
No. Superman 4?
Yeah. Superman 3.
Exactly.
Superman 4 was The Quest for Peace.
Okay. That's the one where they save the whales.
No, that's Star Trek.
Oh, so they don't even have whales.
No, there's no whales in it.
Got it.
But yeah, so
that's sad that the 5 movies of all of the different superheroes that DC has, the 5 movies we can think of that are really good don't involve anybody but Batman or Superman, but yet the characters, when they put them together, are awful.
It's true.
Oh, you could probably watch the Justice League animated series. That's got to be better than the movie.
Oh, 1,000 times better. If you get up to Justice League Unlimited, they have pretty much every DC character you could ever think of in it. And they do Legion of Doom, and it's actually good. There's tons of stuff they do. Plus, the Superman animated series is good. I'm trying to think what other ones.
Clancy Brown, right?
Yeah, Clancy Brown. Plays Luthor through all of them.
Clancy Brown's good. I like him.
Yeah.
Carnival.
Yes. Which won't be on their app. But that's true that they have. So Titans will be on there, but I'm more excited about Young Justice Outsiders, which I heard is supposedly really good.
I will hate everything about this until I see something.
Okay.
And until the subscription is free.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm going to have to pay to watch probably bad television shows makes me sick.
Okay. You could watch all the old Super Friends shows you've been talking about.
I don't think I have been.
Oh, yeah. You're like, I really love that original Aquaman. I love that original Aquaman from Super Friends.
I don't love any Aquaman. See, here's your problem, right? Aquaman sucks.
And you told me if Jason Momoa wasn't so sexy, you would say, shave that beard, cut that hair, and put on an orange shirt. Jason
Momoa got in an axe fight with Stallone, now that we're talking about axe fights.
Oh, okay.
In Bullet to the Head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in a movie called Bullet to the Head, there's an axe fight between Aquaman and Rambo.
Oh, nice.
And somehow, Jason Momoa still doesn't make Aquaman cool. Here's the problem, right? You have the lamest superhero ever. Ever.
Oh,
Like, no. You can try. But
there's
he's
worse.
the lamest mainstream superhero.
Okay.
Let's do it that way. He's like the Creed of superheroes. Like, Creed, the rock band.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie Creed.
No.
I was about to hit you.
Like Creed, the rock band.
Okay.
Name 3 hits.
I can't even think of Creed.
But they were famous forever. But you can name 1 hit. You just higher. Can you take me higher?
Arms wide open?
Oh, fine. 2 hits. There you go. Creed sucks. I guess is what we're trying to say here. Sorry, Creed.
I don't know why you're picking on Creed. This is like your Reese Witherspoon thing. It's
but it's like
I hate Creed as well.
Creed is famous, but they're super lame. You know their songs, but did you really like them?
Yeah.
Right? And then you got Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
He's famous because he hangs out with the cool kids, but he sucks. Like, he hangs out with a dolphin.
Okay.
Right? He speaks to fish, I guess.
Sure.
Like, he wears orange and green, but he doesn't anymore. So what do? You try and make him hip by giving him a bunch of tattoos, and you make him a drunk. Which I don't even understand why he's a drunk. It's ironic. Because the whole day he's drinking water. He's drinking plenty of fluids, and yet he's drunk. He's a biker?
Sure.
Yeah, for some reason, I think he has a southern accent. I'm not even sure about that.
Oh, really?
I think he says yeehaw. And I think he has a southern accent in that movie. It doesn't matter. Point is, Aquaman sucks. And you're not going to make me interested in the movie unless it's like Academy Award-winning acting.
Okay.
Or it has the coolest action you've ever seen in a movie. But you can't because everything's slow underwater. What's it going to be? It's like giant monsters, right? You make a giant monster movie. Do you know what they never do? What do they never do when they're fighting? They never move fast.
Right.
Right? Never. Even in, like, Pacific Rim. The kaiju are slow as hell.
Oh, yeah. Except for the recent one. They're a little bit faster.
They're a little bit faster, but they still move slow.
And even the Jaegers themselves are pretty fast now.
But that's what I don't get, right? Aquaman's going to be slow and boring. They've got these weird actors in it. Like Dolph Lundgren. Who's like, he's a beast, right?
Yeah.
If he's not in water.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be in water.
He's a scientist.
Sure.
He's like a legit scientist. Did you not know this? He's like he's like super smart.
Oh, yeah.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, sure.
Who would have thought?
Dr. Dolph.
Dr. Dolph.
Dr. Dolph.
But where was I going with this? Everybody sucks, and the movie's going to be terrible.
That you can't wait for Aquaman.
Aquaman is going to be awful. You're so hyped about this movie.
I am going to be happy about this.
When is DC going to teach you a lesson?
Like, well, they taught me tons of lessons, but I'm still going to, go see their movies.
Stop.
Nope.
Like, you know that this movie is going to be bad.
I know it will be a movie.
You know going into it that it's not going to be good. The chances of it being good are, what, 1 in 20?
Don't know.
Let's think DC's past history.
Okay.
Of the past 10 films that they've made, how many have been good?
Well, there's different definitions. Like, I didn't like Man of Steel, but there's a lot of people that did like Man of Steel.
Right, but you didn't like Man of Steel. So
I liked Wonder Woman.
Okay, so that's 1 out of 2.
Okay, I liked
Catwoman, right? So
yes, Catwoman.
This is 2 out of 2.
Halle Berry, Catwoman.
No, but 1 out of 2, right?
So
Justice League.
What?
Justice League.
Justice League, not a good movie.
So 1 out of 3.
Okay.
Then before that was Batman vs. Superman, right?
Right.
1 out of 4.
Okay.
Then before that was what?
Dark Knight Rises.
No. We're missing one. Man of Steel, right?
Man of Steel.
Did we include that?
Yeah. I was saying that I didn't like that one. Was my favorite one, but it's okay.
Let's say a 1 in 5 chance of making a good movie.
Okay. But you got to remember, before that they had Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight, and Batman Begins.
Right, they had 3 good movies by a good director.
Right.
2 great ones and 1 good one.
Right.
We'll say. Because I would say Dark Knight Rises was good.
You can't even discount what about the other movies they've done? What about V for Vendetta?
But that's not DC.
It is DC.
That's Vertigo.
DC Vertigo.
I refuse to include
Do you like Constantine?
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to go there.
We're reaching.
I am going to pull out every DC property.
You're really going to go this direction with it?
Yes.
Alright, fair enough.
Alright.
But Aquaman's going to suck. I feel like you need to know this, that when you see it, even if there's a grain of goodness to the movie, you'll be able to enjoy it. Because you're going to go, and I know how this is going to work. You're going and expecting to like Aquaman.
No, I'm not going to go in expecting to like it. I'm just going to be like, I'm going to go in blank slate. I'm going to be like, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm not expecting great things.
Khal Drogo a chance.
I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance.
I went in expecting to like the new Conan the Barbarian. Just know that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good.
Not good.
I went in expecting to like Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
And then I got Martha. Who's Martha?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, don't expect it. Just go in blank slate.
Right.
And just know that you'll be disappointed.
All right.
Afterwards.
Sure.
Because it's never going to be Sucker Punch. It's never going to happen.
Well, I hope it's not Sucker Punch. I hope it'll never be Sucker Punch. But besides Aquaman...
If Aquaman put on a skirt and fought a giant robot, you don't think you'd enjoy that movie?
No.
Robot Samurai?
No.
Yeah, you would.
No.
Come on, dude. How could you not like that? Aquaman's in a skirt. Because he's a stupid character. He's so meaningless. Why are they pushing him? They couldn't have had another member of Justice League.
They could have. They could have had a Flash movie.
He could have solved the problem at the end of Batman vs. Superman by chucking that... What does he have? Trident? What
Spear?
Did they use? The spear. He couldn't throw it?
He could have. If he was in it, he wasn't in the movie.
He was in the movie. He was in Batman vs. Superman.
He was only on, a video that he watched.
No! Dude comes out of the water. He gets the spear. He saves Lois, doesn't he?
No, that was... Superman does that.
No. He's in that movie, dude.
Only for a second when they watch a video of him swimming away. Luther has him.
Why couldn't he show up? God, I remember the movie better than it was. That's the problem with that movie. It's so bad that I remember it.
It would have been better if he saved Lois, but then that wouldn't make sense at all.
Yes, it would.
How would he know to be there?
He hears trouble in the water. He throws down his keg or whatever he's drinking out of at that moment because he's an alcoholic.
No.
Stops making out with a dolphin. He shows up. I assume he makes out with dolphins, right?
No.
Who's his wife?
Mira.
Who's that?
Amber Heard.
Does she have fins?
No. Do you not remember Justice League? She was in Justice League.
I feel like they showed up in this dome that for some reason he doesn't need to be underwater, although he has gills. They're breathing oxygen, right?
They can, yeah.
Some dude teleports in.
Yeah.
There's no water around them.
Well, they're underwater. He teleports in. They fight. Mira, and then eventually they get the mother box and leave, or he leaves, and then he's talking to Mira. She makes a bubble so they can talk to each other.
Can't they talk underwater? How does he speak to his girlfriend Dolphin?
I don't know. Maybe she has mental powers.
The dolphin?
Yeah.
They are super strong.
Actually, I was thinking there is a character named Dolphin in the Aquaman comics.
You know the other problem here is that in the back of my mind, I'm always going to know that Kristen Wiig is the villain in another DC movie.
In Wonder Woman.
Yeah. I know it's going to turn out bad. No, not... Is it Wonder Woman?
Yeah,
she's playing Cheetah?
She's playing Cheetah in Wonder Woman.
Can't play cards with her at all.
Because she's a cheetah.
That's right.
Oh man.
Anyway,
so
recovered from how bad Aquaman is with my awesome pun.
Yeah, we are way over our time. But
are we?
Oh, we are way over our time.
Jeez.
Yeah. Time just flies when you're talking about Aquaman.
That's right. And how
but
bad it's gonna be.
I think probably it's a good point to leave off because next week we will have everything to talk about really quick. I guess Fortnite, if you want to talk about Chance the Rapper.
Oh.
Just really quickly.
It's not super important, but apparently Chance the Rapper tweeted out that he'd like to see the money that's being made on microtransactions for emotes.
Mm.
Because in that game you can emote, and one of those emotes, or a lot of those emotes, are dances.
Right.
And you can earn a lot of them for free, but you can also pay for them if you want to.
Right.
He wants to see the rappers that made the dances famous make money on it. And the way his workaround is for that, which is brilliant, because he's not
wrong.
Well, he's wrong in saying that you can copyright movement.
Right.
But what he wanted to do was to put samples of the rap songs that made those dances famous, because he can't even claim that he made that he choreographed the dance.
Right.
He wants to have a sample of that rap song behind them so that they can make money on it.
Right.
Which is gross, because the implication there is that it's okay to copyright movement.
Yeah.
Or trademark it or whatever. And
I don't think you can trademark a dance.
You can't. You can't say, hey, I created the Macarena.
Yeah, exactly.
It's...
Which there are people that created the Macarena.
Right, but you can't say, hey, give me $5 every time you do the Macarena. It's gross enough when we do it with music.
Yeah.
I get it, because music is such a big business.
Right.
But who's making money on dances?
Yeah.
And
who regulates it? How does that even work? It just seems like a big waste of time.
The only way it works is if it's something like, I don't know, one of those dances that, the rap song explicitly says the instructions on how to dance. Yeah.
And they don't, and it's not like they need the money. They're making over $1 billion.
Of Fortnite?
Yeah.
Well, Fortnite doesn't need the money, but they will by the time they start shelling out,
Oh yeah, if they're
$100 every time somebody buys a dance move.
Right.
Because the music industry lawyers are tough.
Oh yeah, but I'm sure $1 billion, because that is pretty much what they've made in microtransactions at this point. Over $1 billion.
I just don't think it belongs to a rapper.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's what makes the game popular.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that most of their money isn't made on emotes.
Yeah.
I would venture a guess.
Costumes.
That 90% of it is costumes and Battle Pass.
Yes.
Because the Battle Pass is how you unlock everything.
Right.
And I think 90% of it is that. I'm sure people spend a lot of money on costumes, but as somebody who plays the game, I would say I spent $10 on this game so far.
Right.
And 100% of that was the Battle Pass. That's it.
Yeah.
Didn't spend another dime.
No.
And I probably never will.
Yeah.
Because you can unlock enough by playing it that you can just get the next Battle Pass for free and continue to do that. All you need to do to keep playing the game is keep playing the game.
Yeah.
But no, I'll never if I even get the feeling that money will go to a guy who says he made a dance move famous with his rap song, done. Never do it again. They literally have the thrill. Overwatch never was called out on this, by the way.
Right.
And they straight up have the Thriller dance in that game.
Wow.
You could just see that, and the Smooth Criminal too.
Oh wow.
Nobody's ever said that they need money from that, but because Fortnite is so huge, it's making so much money. That's why they suddenly come out of the woodwork.
They want to get in on whatever money they can get from them. It's.
I'm out of touch, but I don't think I've ever heard a Chance the Rapper song.
I'm trying to think of one. I know there's a few I know, but I can't think of them right now. But more importantly, this probably will not go anywhere.
It won't, but it's just... And then he made it about race, I believe, too, which is another thing.
Okay.
Like, what's it about race? Like, there's so many different dance... There's literally the dance moves from, like, 80 songs.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's the dance from Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Is in that game. What does that have to do with black culture?
Yeah.
Right? So why does it have to be about race?
I don't think it has to do with that. I think he wants...
Is Emilio Estevez going around saying, like, you're stealing from Latino culture?
I don't know.
But, of course not, because he's a mighty duck.
That's right. But they're making billions, Fortnite, and they might be doing a TV show. We'll find out more about that later. But mainly we'll talk about next week. We'll go more into San Diego. I'm sure we'll have a lot of trailers to talk about. I'm sure there'll be a lot of things we'll get into. But if you want to, find us, you can find me at Tim Marnick on the Instagrams, and you can find Bob at
Martin MARTON_BOB.
Okay.
On the tweets.
On the Twitter. And as always, you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, and of course our YouTube channel. Just hashtag Precarious Pixels and you'll find us. And if you want to message us on iTunes, review us, and we'll be talking to you guys next week.
Aquaman 2.
Aquaman 2.
It's going to suck.
Hashtag Aquaman 2. Hashtag Bob loves Aquaman.
Hashtag Jason Momoa.
Hashtag Bob and Jason Momoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna tweet out from your account to him. I'll be like, Jason.
Actually, you could.
Jason, you look so amazing.
Wow. I'm just going right in there.
You're going right in there.
Okay.
Okay. Just saying. He might hit you back. Be like, you're amazing too, Bob.
I'll be like, you can even tweet, Jason Momoa, you look so amazing, your movie's going to suck. As long as we can admit that he's a good-looking gentleman, but his movie's going to be trash.
Who knows? I don't think so. We'll see. But we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Aquaman forever. Just do a little redesigning with us. You can find Bob at Martin MARTON_BOB on Twitter. And you can find me on Instagram at Tim Martinek, all one word, TIMMARTINEC. And you can join in us, have some fun, do your redesigns for this week's redesign. It's a lot of fun for us to do this, but we like to see fresh ideas and fresh artists doing what they do as well. You can also hashtag it Precarious Pixels and we'll find it as well.